Well, let's see if this stuff is working yet. I'm just trying to get this up right now. Yo, okay. Looks like everything's working. Hi. I know it's Sunday. I'm not supposed to be here, but I thought you'd want me to be here because of what happened last night. Some guy tried to break into the correspondence dinner last night, uh, shooting a gun, shot a police officer in the chest, but the guy had a really good vest, and it didn't even penetrate. So I don't know how powerful a handgun it was. According to Trump, it was a big gun. Yeah, well, the videos that surfaced of the evacuation don't do it justice. CNN had camera behind the dais, so they got to see everything of the evacuation. The first thing you see is somebody called, didn't go to him, somebody called to J.D. Vance, and J.D. Vance got up and ran off stage. Okay? No protection, nobody around him, ran off stage. Then Trump was escorted by about six guys. Good thing they had six guys because apparently he tripped and fell, which they don't show anywhere. I haven't seen anywhere else. Doesn't mean it's not being shown, it just means I haven't gone to that website. But I saw that, and he had to be helped up, and then he was gone. Then he came back and said, "This would never happen if we had my new ballroom." I'm sick of him in his ballroom. If I was gonna go after Trump, I'd blow the ballroom up. The new ballroom up, even though it's not completed. I would just go blow it up. You know, just to piss Trump off, make him cry. You know, taxpayers' money for a gold mausoleum, probably. I don't know. He'll probably want that as a mausoleum too, knowing Trump, schmuck that he is. Uh, but tore down the Kennedy Rose Garden because he didn't like it. Didn't like Kennedy. He didn't like anybody that was more popular than him. And Kennedy was the most popular president of his, from Eisenhower to I think Eisenhower, one of the survey I saw, to Fat Boy, who is the least popular of any president ever at this point in time in his career. And he works at it, by being stupid. And everybody says he's not a stupid man. Yeah, he is. He probably had the reason it took him so long to get on the air to talk about that shooting was that he probably crapped his pants. He usually does. He wears a diaper. He stood there with his like that, and then they grabbed him and got him out of there. Nobody was hurt except for the police officer. Was I guess what you have to be injured. You get a shot in the chest that hurts. That's going to leave a mark, folks. Depending on the weapon that was used. And they don't say what kind of weapon was used. Apparently, he had two guns, and you can see the video of him attacking the area. It wasn't, it wasn't a plan. It didn't look like it was well planned out or anything like that. And one of the senators said it should never have happened. And Trump said it would never have happened in the new ball. Yeah, it will. If they wanted to, if there's a nutcase running around, he's going to get there. There's nothing you can do to stop that. These nutcases are very, very difficult to stop. Okay. What you do when you set up these perimeters and everything is keep the professionals out, the guys with the 3D printed guns and everything else. You keep them out. The professional assassins, the ones that have planned it out, the ones that know what they're doing. And both instances of shooting, or I'm not sure about the other one that never happened really at Mar-a-Lago, but the two actual shootings that happened to Trump is about dumb as can possibly be. Okay, they have they're well. The last one looked almost like a suicide mission, but apparently he surrendered instead. They stripped him and searched him, Somebody had to stick their hand up his ass. That's disgusting, but that's done. Uh, he was naked on the floor. They'll, they'll bombard him with questions. They'll get him to say something stupid, that has nothing to do with anything. I don't know whether he was after Trump, after a certain politician, or he just didn't like something some newspaper said or something like that. Nobody knows anything at this. The last time I read it, anyhow. So it's just a real, dumb thing to do. I mean, it didn't accomplish anything. And you could see the people in the ballroom were just standing around. They were confused. They really weren't aware of anything happening. So this is a. I mean, unless you're going to do a John Wilkes Booth situation where you're actually in a play or something, and you have a gun hidden in the building or on your person, and you jump from some out of the stage or something like that, and you get into his private area, and then you shoot, then maybe you can do something. But Trump's got a super vest on, and plus his clothes are bulletproof. And that's something nobody, you have to know that you have to shoot him in the head, and you have to be careful, because if you want to shoot him in the brain, you got to be really careful, because he's got a very tiny little brain. you know so anyhow, um, that was yesterday. uh, Down here, very exciting, some bombs went off. 15 people, about something like 15, 16 people were killed, 17 injured. Kind of messy, not around here exactly, but it looks like the last time they had something like this going on was a battle over the Medellin cartel. I'm not sure if this is in the area of the battle of over. It could be, but there were several attacks. This was just the big one. They're blaming it on the FARC. I'm not sure the FARC is that close to this area to do it, because it wasn't that far away. I think the FARC is more closer to the northern borders of Colombia than it is to uh, the valley that I live in. And that's where these attacks took place. It's referred to the valley to Cauca, something like that. I don't. My pronunciation of certain words in Spanish sucks. So don't worry about it. So nobody knows what's going on there. Um, in my opinion, it's probably a battle between rival gangs over drug money or something like that. It doesn't sound like it's terrorism per se. That would be a dumb thing to do, because all he has to do is ask for help, and he'll have Delta Force down there, because Trump wants to take over the country anyhow. So maybe that's what that was all about. Maybe they saw something going on and they wanted to stop it before it got it any stronger or anything like that. I don't know. Anyhow, that was the story. I put the video up. I don't think anybody's seeing it, watching it, and that's okay with me, because I'm not supposed to be here, and I don't want to be here, especially when it's something like this. All right. More will come tomorrow, and when I come out with my video tomorrow in the morning around 11, I should be able to give you some more information. In the meantime, whoops, look who showed up late as usual. Thump. Yeah, Lucy, I'm talking to you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. How you doing? You all right? Okay. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.